Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the 4th online qualifier of the North American Halo World Championship. Benson joined by Elamite as we go into a round of 16 game. It's going to be OpTic Gaming versus CLG. Map number 1, the Coliseum, capture the flag. Pressure, of course, on OpTic Gaming, as we've already mentioned a couple of times so far during these qualifiers. Not really had the best of luck so far. Looking at changing that now. They're going up against CLG. It's going to be very, very tough off the break. Flamesword making its way towards Rocket's side, and unfortunately will have to back down. In actual fact, going to fall to Frosty. Frosty, a name we mentioned at the very, very beginning, Elamite. He's going to be a key player to look out for in this CLG lineup.
Absolutely, and although we saw Flamesword get taken out pretty quickly early here to start the game, actually with 3 down for CLG, and Snakebite is the one who was able to run away with Rocket's last guy alive. So kind of a little bit of a crucial mistake there by OpTic not capitalizing and grabbing those Rockets, but just as I say that as well, Stellar's able to push around from Fountain to Maze there, pick up a melee kill on Snakebite, and actually get those Rockets. So, you know, although it was a better start just for CLG here, or a better start for CLG with stealing those Rockets, not able to capitalize on it, and now we've got OpTic making a play on flag.
Looking at Maniac, who has DMR and Scattershot available. Stellar, of course, as you mentioned, has those rockets. Maniac did a fantastic job of staying alive, and Maniac now able to pick up those rockets. We'll see if we can try and put some use to them. 2 rockets left to use. There's going to be the first one on Royal 2. Actually, was unable to pick up that kill, so not too efficient there, as he maybe thinks about potentially readjusting. Decides not to go for that shot, but now has to, and unfortunately will be traded. Royal 2 getting up close and personal. Worked out nicely that time.
Yeah, and definitely some weak play out of Rocket guys overall throughout the game so far. You know, we were didn't even see, or the only Rocket kill we've seen so far is actually a trade. So a lot of poor placing, map movements, coordination there, trying to get set up and run the flag. You definitely want to, if you have 2 Rockets and a player who has control of the fountain side of the map at the end of the team, definitely want to be able to at least make a play on flag or get a pull and an attempt to run it. But unfortunately, it was a whiffed rocket number 1, and the second rocket was just a trade. You know, not what you want to see out of your rocket carrier.
Speaking of rockets, they'll be up right now, actually. As Ogre 2, meanwhile, over at Snipe side, is desperately just trying to stay alive, put some shots down. Over on the other side of the map, it's going to be Snakebite at Rockets. Just taking his time waiting for that shield to regen. Is he going to get away with Rockets? I think he may just. Barely, no shield whatsoever. However, the flag has been pulled at a cost of that, and you can see the flag directly in front of Snakebite. Fires out the rocket, doesn't connect with anyone, and he's going to be pretty weak as well. He needs to try and stay alive, puts a couple of shots down on the flag carrier, but honestly, I think that could be flag number 1 heading in for OpTic Gaming. Despite any small mistakes, Stellar is there to support, and flag number 1 does go in. So OpTic Gaming starting off Coliseum well, 1-0 in the lead.
Yeah, great play out off the gaming there. They sacrificed grabbing rockets. You saw Snakebite live bottom center. You might be thinking, like, how the hell did he just live down there? There's so many nades, there's so many people around it. Well, a big part of it was OpTic gave up trying to kill him because they wanted to secure that cap. Snakebite was able to live. OpTic picked up the fly cap. Definitely great heads-up play out of OpTic here.
And I was going to say how well they were actually able to do to make sure they didn't lose any momentum coming off that flag cap. They were able to slay out the first couple of waves of CLG. However, now instantly it looks as if CLG are getting a little bit of momentum. Frosty did a fantastic job of pulling the flag, managed to get it across. The question now, though, is will that flag be run in? Maniac trying to stop it. I don't think he's going to be able to. Has the sniper rifle out, but flag goes in just before he can find that snipe. So game tied now at 1 flag apiece.
Right, we definitely see how good CLG as a team is. They're able to turn around, use their rockets, and quickly capitalize on a counter cap. We do have Sniper now in the hands of Maniac. So, we saw what he was able to do with rockets before, which was, a little lackluster there. But now that he's got Sniper, I'm really curious to see what he does with this power weapon.
Oh, he's managed to get the body shot. On Royal 2 throws out the grenade. That should be good. In fact, no. Only going to get the assist on that one. Parisian grenade goes back over towards that corner of spawn. Has someone locked right at the very back of the map, and Maniac being so patient. That's Ogre 2 taking a bullet to the face. Royal 2 bottom. He's going to die as well. Maniac picks up the double. Can he find the triple? Player up top drops down on flag, goes for the no-scope. Not going to connect. Of course, does have scatter shot in his back pocket if need be, but Snakebite hunts him down and will pick up Sniper. I believe he may actually go down as well in third-person view. You see that fight just starting to develop a little bit there. Maniac immediately pushes straight back over towards Sniper, throws out those grenades, recognizing that CLG may start pushing up this side of the map. Maniac gonna trade that kill there with Royal 2, but Rocket's up and in the possession, I believe, of CLG as well.
Right, and now you see Snakebite once again with those rockets. Definitely the player on CLG that is currently most focused on those power weapons. Previously we just saw some great snipes out of Maniac there, but he was a little bit too aggressive, trying to do too much for the team, and now ends up losing that sniper, gives CLG the opportunity to grab rockets, who Snakebite just picks up a kill, and now you've got 3 members of CLG collapsing on the flag.
Yeah, this is going to be very tough for OpTic to try and defend. Snakebite very efficient with his rockets there. However, I think that's a beautiful defensive double kill from Maniac with that DMR. Looked back over towards his own spawn and was able to pick up 2. Stella just going to jump on that return. Sniper rifle in the back pocket. Only 1 bullet remaining though, so he does have the BR as well, which he may need to use as World 2 was pushing up towards him, but luckily had some assistance. The no-scope actually hits and immediately pulls out the BR to pick up the kill on Snakebite. However, 2 more players will fall from OpTic. It's so Frosty being a little bit of a nuisance as he connects with a nice headshot there on Flamethrower. We talked about how good at slaying he really is. 14 kills so far in this CTF game.
Right, and that was fantastic play out of Maniac previously. Just want to highlight on what they were able to do and stop that flag cap. You had flag running, several members of OpTic down, and rockets in the hands of Snakebite. Maniac picks up a double kill, stops the flag, kills Rocket Guy. Great play out of him.
And Frosty once again up top, throwing out a couple of grenades. May have that pick of course this time, and rockets up right now. Frosty jumps up, the assist comes in, sniper rifle should be grabbed, but Frosty recognizing there could be someone else there. He may be able to just get away with rockets, he is. Flamesword does have rockets, as Frosty with snipe now, just starting to back away, sees the push, misses the shot though, that could have been big. Opening up that right hand side, we could have seen the potential of another CLG push. Frosty misses 2. Will be lots of players now converging on Frosty. He's surely going to go down here. A very impressive no-scope. Stella falls off the map though. How costly could that be in OpTic Gaming's push? They were able to get a little bit of control of CLG's base, but Stella dropping off the map definitely going to slow down that momentum.
Right, and one thing that OpTic always did great is they're able to methodically move across the map, use their teamwork, get advantages. But one thing that they always, hurt them was by the time they got all the way across the map, you'd run into the situation where one player makes a crucial mistake and ruins any potential for a flag grab there. What we saw out of OpTic Gaming was that exact thing happening. You had great positioning, moving up, picking up kills. They were probably about to grab the sniper out of the hands of Frosty, but then Stellar falls off the map.
Frosty just gonna go for that return, pulls out the sniper rifle. Hello! Assault, he's gonna fall. Will be challenged though. Has the BR available if he wants. Teammate World 2 will fall. And he's going to recognize that maybe a couple of people may be pushing, throws out both tungsten grenades. Don't think they're going to connect either with a kill, but decides to just jump straight up top, pulls out the sniper rifle, is out of bounds. Oh, hey Flame, how you doing, buddy? Frosty challenges again with the sniper rifle, but that's a really smart play. Love that. Recognizing he could potentially die, decides just to make sure that that sniper rifle falls outside of bounds.
Definitely. He had enough ammo in that gun where he realized, I do not want to give OpTic the situation to get some snipes with this weapon here. A little bit aggressive with the sniper to begin with to put himself in that situation, but a great decision after the fact there to go ahead and jump that off the map.
Yeah, making the best of an initial bad call, I guess you could say, as Assault picks up a double headshot, as squatting the flag carrier as well, has the SMG, but will be tagged up a little bit, spots Frosty immediately off spawn over towards snipe side, gets another pick. That flag should be away, but you see a big fight going down. It was picked up by Maniac just to try and keep it alive, but flag will be returned. Game still at 1-1. Stella making a pretty nice play there, but unfortunately, as I said, flag returned.
Right, yeah, Stellar just picks up 2 crucial kills while the flag is being run. I actually don't even know how CLG got that return. That was a cap that OpTic should have had. They're not going to get a lot more great opportunities like that, especially when Stellar picks up a kill and then has a perfect 5-shot on Ogre 2 just to follow that up there. So Stellar did everything he needed to do, did everything he could potentially do to help get that flag cap. But unfortunately, CLG has a couple clutch plays and stops that from happening.
World 2 passes the flag on towards a teammate. The flag has been counterpulled as well, so both flags are going to be away. Big win from Stella. Looks to try and find the second. Not going to happen. Meanwhile, Snakebite needs to pick up this kill on Maniac before the flag gets returned. The perfect kill comes in. Promethean grenade to his left. Recognizes there is potentially one more player, but he needs to touch the flag. And I think he may actually just be able to get away with this, as he has rocket control. You see those players from OpTic Gaming not willing to immediately challenge, recognizing that Snakebite could pick up a couple of easy kills there. Finds the first with the pistol, pulls out the rockets once again. That's the second. Beautiful play from Snakebite. One more rocket available if he wants to use it. Looking desperately for that kill, of course, still tied at 1-1, flag away from base.
Right, and then we had a great opportunity from OpTic to try and get a return there with the rockets in the hands of Assault, but unfortunately wasn't able to do anything with that weapon. They did not have control of the rockets, and now you've got CLG with control of Snipe Tower here. We've got that standoff between the two flags. With 2 minutes left in this game, whoever ends up returning each other's flags, if one team's able to capitalize and pick up a cap here, that might very well determine who ends up winning this game.
Now, how important are rockets going to be? As I say that, Maniac just manages to get them. Can he get away? No, he can't. Snakebite does pick up that kill. That could be big if he can get his hands on those rockets. As you said, the stalemate situation, less than 2 minutes to play. The next flag could very well win the game. Ogre 2 has that flag. Royal 2 was able to pick up 2. Maniac desperately trying to defend off spawn. Players will be pushing up towards a flag. The kill goes in. Maniac able to trade, looks at Ogre 2. Pushing over towards Snipe side, the Promethean grenade comes in. Maniac's going to be in some big trouble here. But he is being pinched. Stella able to just relieve some of that pressure with the kill on Snakebite. And for now, oh, that was a big two-piece there from Stella. That double kill, so important. Maniac can now actually be aggressive. We could see OpTic Gaming potentially play for this return.
You're right. I mean, we've got OpTic with the Rockets. Flames are pushing in, picks up a quick 2 kills, and now he's focusing on getting the return here. This is huge play from Flamesword.
Flamesword is going to be on that flag, and that could be the cap over at the other side of the map. I believe, no, Royal 2! He's going to go for a counter pull as quickly as he possibly can. Both flags seem to have been returned. In actual fact, Royal 2 now going for the kill on Flame. He is able to pick that up. Could track back here and potentially stop that return from Stella, but not able to do so. May pick up the triple kill with that Promethean grenade. Not going to happen, but for now, 49 seconds left. Both flags back on base somehow. Crazy, crazy scenes at the end of this CTF Coliseum. Snakebite does fall, so does Stella. Frosty maybe looking at final ditch attempt here on the flag, shut down Flamesword, but there was still 2 more players from OpTic Gaming defensively playing around that flag, so a little too much work needed to be done there. Stella now picks up that DMR, surely going to play a little slow for the final 25 seconds. Don't want to make any mistakes.
And great shots out of Royal 2 here. We've had Assault hiding in Blue Cave, running around. He was no shields for a good minute of the game here so far. Actually picks up the first 3 shots on Royal 2 and absolutely gets destroyed. Royal 2 turned around. I believe he had a perfect on him there. Wasn't even a trade. Great shots out of CLG. You can see just how skilled some of these players are.
You said that this game could potentially be close when we were in the pre-match build-up to it, and, well, close it is. We're going to overtime here in map number 1. Stella starting to heat up on a little bit of a rampage here. Had the scatter shot out. Is he going to challenge? I believe he is. Not going to pick up that kill. And he does got a little bit baited, but looking at that scoreboard briefly, Assault 26 kills, Royal 2 with 29. Both those players playing extremely well so far, but in terms of overtime, we're finally seeing that flag being pulled. It's going to be by OpTic Gaming. Stella challenging from Snipe side, able to pick up that kill on Snakebite and get away with his life. Can he pick up the kill on Ogre 2 though? Maybe asking a little bit too much from him. As both flags now reset.
Right, and now we're going right back to a standoff here. Both teams in each other's base. CLG has had the primary control of sniper side of the map here, which is what you want to see on Coliseum. And OpTic playing back, holding off, controlling their cave, making sure there's no pulls there. We did see Snakebite actually thrust off the map here just a moment ago, which definitely buys OpTic some time. And right now, we are in the overtime, final 2 minutes of this game here. It's going to be really curious to see how OpTic wants to approach this. They're definitely going to be going for the win, but absolutely, this game type that we were talking about before falls into CLG's favor. This is kind of a best-case scenario for OpTic right now to be in this situation.
Yeah, this could be a big steal when you think about it overall in terms of the series layout. Picking up a win on CTF, as you mentioned, one of CLG's preferred game types, would be massive for them. As they look at trying to get inside the top 8 for the first time in the online qualifiers. Assault will fall. Flamesword now at top rockets. Is he going to push straight through? Starts to crouch. Looking over, just going to give some call-outs to his teammates and some shots out onto Royal 2. Maniac able to clean that up, and now Flamesword may go for this flag. I think he may have recognized that CLG started to push up past Sniper, but decides to just backtrack a little bit, trying to bamboozle the opposition. Not going to work. Ogre 2 and Snakebite both pick up kills. Ogre 2 trying to find the 4th on Stella. That's going to be traded. And CLG, they're going to pull this flag.
Right, and that was just 4 down, 4 OpTic Gaming right there. CLG's making a move on the flag. 54 seconds left. There's not going to be a lot of opportunities here. They give up this flag tap like they just did. They have one opportunity to try to bring this back.
He gets it. He was so weak, I wasn't sure if Snakebite was going to be able to run that one home. 44 seconds left in OT, and CLG have the lead by 1. Snakebite, last man alive momentarily, puts himself right at the back, just trying to buy his teammates some time off spawn. The nades are coming flying in. Flamesword picks up another. Can they continue this momentum? That's going to be 2 for Flamesword. Assault looking to try and find the third. That would have been a big win from him, but it's not going to happen. 25 seconds left. The flag has been pulled. Flamesword, huge right now for the team with the DMR. He will fall, as does Maniac. 19 seconds. Time is ticking. Ogre 2 playing for that return with 2 of his teammates. I think they may just be able to get it, but the friendly nade comes in. Doesn't matter. Flag will be returned. But oh my god, Elamite, that was a close end to game number 1.
Absolutely. I kind of predicted, CLG was going to come out and take this game, but what I did not predict was how well OpTic was going to, kind of battle back against them. Great performance from CLG here. Unfortunately, just wasn't enough to come over that hump there. They even had another opportunity right at the end, but unfortunately, just too many clutch plays out of CLG.
It looked for a minute as Flamesword was making some crazy play, picked up the double, and then looked just to try and help that flag carry, but CLG proving too strong in game number 1. For now, we're going to go to a quick commercial break. When we return, though, jumping into map number 2.
Hey guys, Sean here with another Halo 5 Forge map feature. We are looking at an AT-AT Walker created by Bear Skapoff, and I really hope I'm saying your name correctly. So the map is technically titled the Battle of Hoth, however it is an aesthetic map, so you can't actually play on it. This is the type of map that you really just admire the forging with, and it is incredible. In addition to the main AT-AT Walker, there is also a crashed one in the distance, which looks great as well. I've been impatiently waiting for something like this to be created on Glacier. The moment I saw the canvas, I immediately thought of this. And this is by far the best AT-AT Walker I have ever seen in a Halo game, which seems funny to say, however AT-AT Walkers are actually pretty common in Forge. Obviously the new Forge has a lot to do with why this is the best one I've seen, but just look at it, it is so impressive. I recommend actually downloading this map and going into custom games. Now I said it wasn't a functioning map, but you can still run around on it. I recommend doing that because it will really give you a sense of scale. The sheer amount of detail that went into this build is mind-blowing. I mean, the legs look great, the body looks great, the head looks great, all of the markings on the side of it, the neck, the little wires, all the small intricacies. The sheer amount of detail on this thing is just so impressive. Seeing this AT-AT Walker really makes me want to play a functioning Hoth-themed map. Not necessarily a Battlefront recreation, but a functioning Hoth-themed map with maybe even just regular Slayer. I think that would be really great to see. I'd like to apologize for the length of this showcase. It's kind of just due to the nature of this build. There really is only so much I can say about a map like this besides how great it looks. But I like showcasing aesthetic maps. I like to showcase all genres of Forge. Make sure you hit that subscribe button if you haven't already so you can get your hands on all of the latest and greatest Halo 5 Forge maps. My name is Sean, and thank you all for watching, and I will see you guys next time.
On the first day of Christmas, Halo 5 gave to me a game over victory.
Game over. Victory.
On the second day of Christmas, Halo 5 gave to me 2 perfect jumps and a game over victory.
Game over. Victory.
On the third day of Christmas, Halo 5 gave to me 3 snapshots, 2 perfect jumps, and a game over victory.
Game over. Victory.
On the 4th day of Christmas, Halo 5 gave to me 4 levels earned, 3 snapshots, 2 perfect jumps, and a game over victory.
Game over. Victory.
On the 5th day of Christmas, Halo 5 gave to me 5 shots to kill, 4 levels earned, 3 snapshots, 2 perfect jumps, and a game over victory.
Game over. Victory.
On the 6th day of Christmas, Halo 5 gave to me 6 games on base and 5 shots to kill. 4 levels earned, 3 snapshots, 2 perfect jumps, and a game over victor.
Game over. Victory.
On the 7th day of Christmas, Halo 5 gave to me 7 monkeys, 6 games on base and 5 shots to kill. 4 levels earned, 3 snapshots, 2 perfect jumps, and a game over victor.
Game over. Victory.
On the 8th day of Christmas, Halo 5 gave to me 8 bombs are blowing, 7 monkeys, 6 games on base and 5 shots to kill. 4 levels earned, 3 snapshots, 2 perfect jumps, and a game over victor.
Game over. Victory.
On the 9th day of Christmas, Halo 5 gave to me 9 thrusting ninjas, 8 bombs are blowing, 7 monkeys, 6 games on base and 5 shots to kill. 4 levels earned, 3 snapshots, 2 perfect jumps, and a game over victor.
Game over. Victory.
On the 10th day of Christmas, Halo 5 gave to me 10 Spartans spazzing, 9 thrusting ninjas, 8 bombs are blowing, 7 monkeys, 6 games on base and 5 shots to kill. 4 levels earned, 3 snapshots, 2 perfect jumps, and a game over victor.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the North American Online Qualifier. As mentioned by Element, as we watch OpTic Gaming versus CLG. CLG with a 1-0 lead in the series thanks to an overtime CTF Coliseum victory. But now, as we head over towards this Slayer game, you said this could be OpTic Gaming's chance of picking up this map.
Yeah, I definitely had seen OpTic perform really well here on Truth. I actually was watching a game where they beat EG 50-37 on this game type, and that might have been last night as well. So definitely one of their stronger game types here.
Okay.
Really unfortunate for OpTic Gaming. They put up a great fight last game that they weren't able to come and take that away. Really curious to see how that's going to affect their momentum coming into here. And it looks like it has actually a little bit, as we just took great shots out of Frosty, a perfect there, and he's at a quick 3-0 start to this game.
Yeah, Frosty's playing extremely well as Royal 2 picks up Maniac as well. It's 9-2 lead already. We saw Ogre 2 play straight for that camo. It was burnt at the beginning of the game. But I was going to ask you, it's ironically that you touched on it, I was going to say, how much of an effect will that crazy overtime loss have on OpTic Gaming? And as you kind of touched on, it has had maybe a little bit of an effect, but I expect a team of OpTic Gaming's caliber to be able to just kind of shrug this slow start off. But I feel like they do need to kind of stop that bleeding of points right now, because it is a pretty big bleed. 12-3 the score with 10 minutes 44 left to go on the clock. I mean, right now this is a very, very fast tempo game from CLG, something where CLG more renowned for being a bit of a slow-paced team, really taking it to OpTic Gaming as Frosty picks up another double. Oh, the triple from Frosty as he turns around, headshot on Assault. Frosty, a man on a mission, and he really has been a standout player for CLG in these online qualifiers, currently with 7 kills in this Slayer.
Yeah, great performance out of CLG here. Not what I expected to start off, but at the very same time here, with the way the last game went, can definitely be having an impact on OpTic. OpTic, a team who wouldn't have the highest confidence right now, and they know in a best-of-3 series, you don't have to be the better team to win. You just have to win 2 of the games, and after they just let game 1 slip by, they're not going to have another great opportunity into a situation like that where it comes down to overtime and it's all left on the line there, those final 3 minutes. We have an 18-6 right now lead. This doesn't even look like both teams are on the same level right now.
Yeah, this is getting a little bit out of hand, as OpTic don't even have half the amount of kills CLG have been able to pick up, and you just see that synergy from CLG coming in so strong. Also, massive help has come in from Frosty. 7 kills. Props to Royal 2 as well. He has 7 kills as well. Flame sitting on that goose egg for now. Does have 2 assists though to his credit, so I would have put down a couple of shots as Maniac looks up top to find Snakebite. That's going to be a double kill for him. No shields though, has to back away, but I mean, to chip away at a deficit this big, this early is going to be so tough, Elamite.
Right, and what we're going to start seeing here as well is OpTic's looking at the score. They know they can bring it back, and they absolutely can. You can absolutely, start a spawn cycle, start getting some advantages. But at the very same time, they're going to be playing scared. And CLG, they're not going to be playing scared. They know that as long as they trade from here on out the rest of the game, they're still going to win in a convincing fashion.
That's a really good point to really mention. That really CLG can play for trades now, and they're going to be absolutely fine. That lead is growing. They're almost at 30 kills before OpTic Gaming has even found double digits in Slayer. On board with Royal 2. Want to see him for a little bit. He picks up his killing frenzy on Assault. Has the sword as well in his back pocket. It's almost 3 times the amount of kills as Ogre 2 picks up a double kill. Maniac, he's right behind you, my friend. Doesn't matter. Can't turn around quick enough. Royal 2 with the sword. Manages to pick up that kill. That's the 30th for CLG as they are looking at sending OpTic Gaming home in rather convincing fashion right now, Elamite.
Absolutely here. Let's say, this game ends at a 50-40 kind of win. You might be looking at this series as being a 2-1 overtime win for CLG in a close Slayer game. But sometimes, and this is a great point I bring up as well, because sometimes stats, they don't actually tell the whole story.
Right.
And a 50-40 win on this game type might look like this series was close, but as we're watching it unfold live right now, it is the exact opposite of what's actually happening.
This couldn't be anything further from close. It's fair to say right now as Maniac does pick up the perfect on Frosty, but no shields forced to just throw out that grenade. They are down 20 kills. This would be a phenomenal comeback if they were able to make it, but right now CLG so no signs whatsoever of slowing down. Stellar able to pick up the grenade there on Ogre 2, and as you kind of mentioned, it does seem as if OpTic have slowed down that gameplay so much. Not necessarily scared, but just kind of waiting for CLG to push in as Maniac peeks, picks up another double kill. So we are seeing that lead slowly start to deteriorate, but that's the key word there, slowly. And this lead is massive. It's gone from 20 down to 15, so 5 consecutive kills now falling in favor of OpTic Gaming. But again, they're going to need to continue this on. They can't afford to give away any free deaths now.
Right, and a map like Truth, this isn't the kind of map where you can just slow things down and play for pick kills. There's just not enough power weapons. There's too many lines of sight. And, too many guns, with the pistol and BR here, carbine, where you can pick off and put damage down across the map. This is not going to be... The only way to come back from deficit like this is to do exactly what CLG was doing to start. Overwhelm the other team, constantly be swarming their spawns, get 2v1, 3v1 battles to start racking up some of those kills. With what we're looking at 38-23, CLG, even though it's 24 kills now that they have, CLG has definitely pulled it back a little bit as far as, trying to win by a lot. At this point here, OpTic has a better chance of, going to buy a lottery ticket than coming back to win this game.
Well, may the odds be forever in their favor. Doesn't look like it though. 43-24. CLG really kind of almost in cruise control at this point. They definitely aren't playing as aggressive as they were at the start, but they don't need to. They already managed to develop that lead. At this point, they can play a little safer and just play to close out this game. Frosty will fall as Royal 2 looks to potentially try and find that trade. There's going to be Assault directly in front of him. Should pick that up relatively easily. Spots Flamesword cross map as well. Puts a couple of shots in, but doesn't necessarily need to go for anything elaborate cross map. Stella's going to challenge. Royal 2 able to pick up Stella as well. 45-27. This has been just CLG dismantling OpTic Gaming, and CLG really showing you why they are one of the best teams in Halo 5 right now.
Right, and I mean, at the very same time, this game was pretty much over, or you could say this series was over in overtime of last round. Yeah. OpTic knew they were the worst team. They knew that they needed to, and we had mentioned before, they needed to steal a win. And losing in a very close overtime Capital Flag game in Coliseum is not how you steal a series win.
50-30. Game number 2 ends. Royal 2 with 17, Frosty with 16. Those two going big and slaying all series long. Really, OpTic Gaming just not able to stay in track with CLG there. The speed was just way too quick from CLG. Even just looking at the amount of assists there, just significantly higher in favor there of CLG, doing a fantastic job. Let's take a look at the series layout in case you're just tuning in. Game 1 was a 2-1 victory for CLG, but it came in an overtime victory, so it was a very, very close game. Game number 2 started off way too slow for OpTic Gaming. Couple of small mistakes crept in. CLG developed a huge lead, ultimately winning by 20 kills. So massive congratulations to CLG advancing to top 8 once again. Commiserations to OpTic Gaming with a top 16 finish. I mean, how that's going to pan out as you go into qualifier number 5, Element. I mean, now they have to win qualifier number 5, right? Like, they're so far behind in points that really I think they need at bare minimum a top 2 finish.
You might be very well correct there. And one thing I can say in their defense, though, is that they're not necessarily worried about, the exact point totals. Of course, they would need to make sure they make it to the qualifiers. But at the very same time, this is a team who every one of the members has a tournament win. Several of them have national championship wins under their belts. They're not trying to get to Worlds just to make it to Worlds. They're trying to get to Worlds and they're trying to win. They've got a long way to go from here until then, but they also have a lot of time for that. So they can definitely, be a lot stronger than what we've seen with some of their performances here as of late.
Well, that's going to do it for that series. For now, we're going to go to a quick commercial break. When we return, then we're going to jump straight into more action from qualifier number 4, as we actually can go over to Liquids versus Renegades. I believe they're actually just started that series, so we'll be jumping into map number 2 as well. So see you on the other side of this commercial break.